Welcome to Daily Lenten Reflections with Father Stephan Alexander and the Parish of St. Martin de Porres, Coryal. For these reflections, we're using the Ascension Lenten Companion. We invite you to journey with us throughout this Lenten season.
Prepare. Be watchful, stand firm in your faith. Be courageous, be strong. 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. Tuesday of the 5th week of Lent. Today is Tuesday of the 5th week of Lent. This is usually the point during Lent when we can begin to get a bit fidgety. This is usually the time during Lent when we begin to anticipate a more relaxed spiritual life. We have become more focused during Lent with our spiritual exercises, abstinence from certain practices, and fasting. If we are honest with ourselves, though, there is a part of us that looks forward to not having to do these Lenten penances anymore. There is a part of us that will be happy when Lent is over. We might start to hear a whisper that it would be easier to go back to the way life was. But we cannot go back. We cannot go back to where life was before Ash Wednesday. God has done much in our lives in the past 34 days. We cannot go back. We can only move forward. Yesterday we presented some temptations we face as we seek to move forward in our relationship with the Lord. Today, we can also predict that at some point between now and Easter, or at some point after Easter, we will be tempted to relax our spiritual discipline. The time to prepare our response to these temptations is not in the moment of temptation, it is now. Wisdom tells us that we should prepare for the temptations that lie ahead. As St. Ignatius of Loyola writes, "Let the one who is in consolation think how he will conduct himself in the desolation which will come after, taking new strength for that time." He encourages us to have a game plan developed so when the temptations eventually hit us, we are neither surprised nor unprepared. Now is the time to prepare. After Easter, you might hear whispers from the enemy, or you may have already begun to hear them. First, expect a deceptive whisper that sounds something like the following. It was easy to resist temptation during Lent. You had your Lenten companion to help you. Now that Lent is over, what are you going to do? This is usually when you fail. Second, expect another whisper saying, none of the resistance to temptation during Lent was real. It was just a temporary emotional experience. You will give in to temptation again soon enough. When you hear these whispers of the enemy, what will you do? Now is the time to prepare. Going deeper. Write a letter to yourself. Predict what the impending temptations may be and how you want to respond.